Alright, just got done with a full 8-hour day of Christmas retail hell, so I'm pretty exhausted. But anyways, Kid Sure, you can just tag me in a video yesterday or the day before, depending on when this goes up. But the subject was your top 5 most valuable games. And I kind of did a video like this a little while back. It was top 5 rarest games you own, but my collection has changed a little bit since then, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this response right away. And, you know, I don't have anything super valuable, especially not like the last game Kid Sure You Can showed, but I do have some good stuff, so well, let's get started. First one here is Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, and I know I really need a better case for that. But yeah, this one tends to go for between $50 to $70. I know there are some people that do not like this remake. I really like it myself. I prefer the original PlayStation version, but I don't mind the changes they made in this one. One thing that always bothered me, though, is when I first bought this, on the back it says 2 of the greatest Metal Gear games, Metal Gear 1 and 2 combined into one. So I figured that that would mean that there's actually 2 games in here, but there's not. It's just, you know, Metal Gear Solid 1 with 2's graphics. So that was slightly disappointing, but, you know, I still really enjoyed the game and worth picking up. Next one here tends to go for the same price range, between $50 to $70, and it is a classic RPG, Skies of Arcadia. I actually did a review on this last year. Fantastic RPG. Best one on the Dreamcast. Grandia 2 is, you know, just a little bit behind it, but this one is just outstanding all around. Great characters, story, music. I really like the fact that you travel around the world on an airship, and you know, well, you travel through the skies actually. And you know, like everything is islands in the sky and stuff. And then you can also build a town, and yeah, great combat system. Just an all-around well-made game, and I highly recommend it. Okay, next one here is another Dreamcast game, a great indie title, and this is Sturmwind. And this one I see go for anywhere between $60 to $100. I saw it for $100 at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Not sure if this is available through the publisher's website at the moment, or PlayAsia or anything like that. But yeah, on eBay and Amazon the prices tend to go between $60 and $100. But yeah, fantastic shooter. Definitely well worth every penny you spend on this. Hopefully don't spend $100. You know, gorgeous graphics, great gameplay. I like the fact that you have 3 different weapons and you can swap between them at will, and you can upgrade all 3 of them. Just outstanding techno music. Yeah, the only drawback is that it's not 2-player, but otherwise fantastic. Okay, the next one I picked up at the Midwest Gaming Classic this past April, and that is Sengoku Played for the Sega Saturn. And this one I've seen go for between $60 to a little over $100. And I was pretty fortunate. I think I got mine for like $70, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is a great shooter for the Sega Saturn. You know, it's a horizontal shooter, and you don't actually control ships, you control like people, so it's a little different in that regard. You know, still very fun. You get, I want to say 5 different characters to play as. Yeah, right on the back there, 5 different characters. And yeah, all around well-made shooter, published by Atlas and released by Psycho. So Psycho shooters are always great from what I hear. And the last one, I get a chuckle out of this one because it's a game I recently purchased. I put up a review on it, and if you've watched the review, you can tell I do not like this game, and that is Pier. And in fact, I'm going to put some footage right up here of not one of their maze-like dungeons, but this slippery floor puzzle that almost made me smash my Dreamcast controller in half. But anyways, yeah, I've already said most of what I wanted to say in that review, but a couple things I'd like to add. One is that before buying this game, I have seen the reviews from other like major websites and stuff, and you know, for the most part, they all said the game was like meh, you know, like a 60 to 70 out of 100. And you know, I kind of blew it off at the time before playing this as, you know, just the websites not understanding 16-bit RPGs. But really, once I played this and I played all the way through it, I understood that it actually wasn't the websites that didn't understand 16-bit RPGs. It was Watermelon that didn't understand why we love, you know, RPGs from that generation. You know, they added the horrible dungeon designs, horrible town designs to go on top of the horrible dungeons. So, like, you think you get a breather from, you know, wandering around frickin' mazes forever, and then you get to a town and you figure, you know, you realize that to get to the weapon shop, you got to go to the left and go through this door, through this passage, come down, go around, go that way, and then the weapon shop is over here. It's ridiculous. You know, there's no straight lines, like, you can't do that. And, you know, the combat, while I did enjoy it, a lot of people find it really tedious with the gathering system. And in that regard, it's kind of like a lesser version of Xenosaga 2's combat, because they had the break system, which most people couldn't stand. But, you know, that system worked really well in boss fights, and I would say the same about the gathering system in this one. I would like to commend, you know, Watermelon for going with turn-based combat, because a lot of developers nowadays, you know, they'll try to tell you that, you know, turn-based combat is weird, and, you know, modern generation or younger generation gamers kind of say the same thing. And, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with turn-based combat. Obviously, you guys watch my channel, you like turn-based combat. And, you know, I just hate this whole thing that the industry and, you know, younger gamers try to push on you, like turn-based RPGs are, you know, just weird and archaic, and everything's got to be action now. So, you know, I do like the fact that they went with turn-based combat. But just a lot of aspects of this was done horribly. And, you know, one thing with not having any direction in games, the thing with that is, you know, why didn't they give, you know, a better indication of where you need to go next? Because that's not something we look back on fondly with these older games. You know, a lot of times when the game didn't tell you where to go next, it wasn't because of the developer's choice. A lot of times it was, you know, a shoddy localization. And, you know, I think they just, you know, completely missed the point with this game. And also, with that, there is a notebook feature that's supposed to tell you what to do next, but a lot of times it tells you what you needed to do for something that you just did, which is like the gaming equivalent of turning your blinker signal on after you completed the turn. Yeah, it's just it's a horrible game. Oh, I forgot to mention that the Genesis version of this I've seen sell for over $200, and this one I'm already seeing it sell for $100. So you know, this time a year or two from now, I could definitely see it going for, like, you know, double or even triple the price. Is it worth it? Hell no. But anyways, that will do it. Now, thank you for Kid Shoryuken for tagging me in the video, and then I have to select 3 tags. And I'm going to try to tag people that I haven't done before. So, first tag I will do Dustin Kreis. So, there's that. And then second one I'll do Steven the Leggy Gamer. I don't think I've tagged him in a video before. And the third one, we will go with TG Apuleius. So, yeah, that'll do it. I'd love to see what the rare or the most valuable games in your guys' collections are. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.